A few days ago, I had done a deck tech for an Orzhov Vito combo Lifegain deck, and I had basically followed Dev's deck to a T. I had adjusted some of the numbers, but it was more or less his deck. And the reason was, after watching his video and playing with a deck similar, trying to make a similar deck work, I just found that his was better after one day of testing. But that was just one day of testing. And honestly, after I played it beyond that, I wasn't too thrilled with the deck. Now I wish I would have taken some more time and done some more testing to present something more all my own, but also something I believe works just a little bit better. So I gave myself some outline goals to make Speaker of the Heavens work, to keep the Vito combo in the deck, and to stay in the Orzhov colors. And I believe I put together what can be the most competitive version of the deck here. So just to go over it real quick, I won't deck tech it again, but take a few minutes to go over the cards. I have 4 of Speaker of the Heavens. This is one of our life gain payoffs, and the Angels can be a great start to a game. We can sometimes get him down extremely early, even turn 2. So the Angels, 4/4 Angels, are a huge payoff, and it's something I wanted to make work for sure. We also at 1 drop play 3 of Light of Hope, which can do all kinds of things for us. It can gain us 4 life for just 1 mana, which is a huge rate. The only other card that gains us that much life cost 4 mana. So at 1 mana, that's a great value. But it can also make our creatures bigger, thus protecting them in combat, or from removal. And it can also destroy enchantments, which is big in reclamation matches. Our other 1 drop is 2 of Fight as 1, which is great for protecting our combo pieces, or even our Speaker of the Heavens if we're trying to win through that route. At 2 drop, we play 4 of Charming Prince for obvious reasons. Life gain and scry is big in this deck. We also play 3 of the Black Lance Paragon, which, similar to the Dimir Flash deck that I feature, acts as removal, but also as life gain. So we can remove an opposing opponent's creature and also gain 3 life in the process, getting us closer to winning or getting an angel. We also play 3 of Silver Smoke Ghoul in the 3 drop slot. Now Silver Smoke takes the slot of Patrician, Indulging Patrician to be exact. I found that the Indulging Patrician was a great idea and I really wanted it to work, but what this deck really needed was more card draw. And Silver Smoke Ghoul gives us that card draw. We gain tons of life in a turn, so getting it back is not difficult, and sacking it over and over for life, or for cards, in exchange for life, is a great rate that we can pay over and over again. I also kept in the 3 of Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose, which is a key piece of the winning combo, but I put in 2 Luris of the Dream Den, and he's almost exclusively there to get back Speaker of the Heavens, but he can also get back a Charming Prince to continually proc our Silver Smoke Ghoul or do damage through Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. We still play 3 copies of Oath of Kaya for removal. We're down to 2 copies of Faith Feathers, which again is great for pseudo removal for planeswalkers, witches' ovens, and whatever else is troublesome in matchups. We still play 2 Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord for recursion and lifelink, and Revival Revenge for the combo with Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. And then we still have the 2 times Clackbridge Troll, which is a great inclusion in the deck, gains us life, and draws us cards most of the time. And if it doesn't, we have a huge 8/8 trample haste body to slam into our opponent with. So that's what the deck looks like now, and now I want to show you it succeeding. Does it win all the time? No. No, it doesn't, unfortunately. But it's extremely competitive. I do extremely well with this deck, especially in meta matches, and I do a little bit worse in fast-paced matches where I don't get the perfect starting hand. But I'm going to show some games where we succeed and let you decide on your own if it's a deck worth playing. Okay, so let's focus on the gameplay here against Eric 1712. Again, I'm going to feature some successful matches full disclosure, I'm not trying to fool anybody into thinking this is a great deck that wins all the time. It's actually a little bit finicky with your starting hand. If you don't get a good starting hand, it's honestly very difficult to win. But it is a ton of fun, and it does pull out wins against some of the top tier decks. And I'm just going to show off a few of, I think, some of the better wins that we have. So in this game, our opponent is showing blue. No, I'm sorry. I don't know where blue came from. White, black. Looks like sacrifice, which is an interesting thing in itself. Right now, we don't have any payoffs at all, but a lot of life gain and one piece of the Vito combo. So we're going to get rid of the Priest of Forgotten Gods. We won't fare well against that card at all. It destroys us, to be honest. We will trade here. Charming Prince has done his job, so not afraid to get rid of it. We don't want the Orzhov Enforcer hanging around. And he gets a Spirit and plays out another Enforcer. Okay, so now we got Vito. It's really kind of a toss-up what you should do here. We're just going to play Charming Prince back out and try to get into the lands to get the combo off. I can't say no to a backup Vito because I have a feeling in white, black, he's got to be playing removal. And we don't want to lose a Vito. We'd like to have a backup if we can. So we're one land off from the combo. Hopefully next turn we can play down Vito, draw into another land, and finish our opponent off. And he knows we're willing to trade now, so he just pings us for one. Now again, we have our opponent on a short clock here. He's going to get Priest back, so we need a land on the next turn, and then we can get the combo win. So he plays a Scorpion, and this is just pure sacrifice. You can tell the plan is to sacrifice the same creatures over and over, which isn't a bad strategy. Again, we'll trade the Charming Prince. That's kind of what he's there for. At this point, he's done his job. Alright, come on land. And we don't get it. Okay. Oathakaya, it can take out the Priest again. And we'll have to spend another turn getting it back out. So it buys us a turn. We also have the Light of Hope if he plays any sort of enchantment. Can even get rid of the L-Seed there. It's an enchantment creature. It counts as an enchantment. So you can play Light of Hope and get rid of it. I don't know if many people know that or not. So we're just gonna blow it up just in case it hangs around. Also try to get him to tap out, so if we draw our land, there's no way he can interact with us. Okay, so now he's tapped out. Even though we take a hit and he goes up in life, and there we can ping ourselves and get the combo win. So he goes down to 10 and takes 17, and there's the win. So the combo win's a lot of fun. Let's see how else we can win with the deck. So here we go against Uxolo Marbella. Either way, good luck opponent. On the play. This could be a good starting hand. We'll play Speaker to start. If our opponent doesn't play anything, we'll hit in for 1, play Radiant Fountain, gain 2, and then Light of Hope right into an Angel. And perfect, tap land for the opponent. So this is the absolute quickest you can play an Angel with the deck. And there we go, turn 2, 4/4 Flying Angel token. Incredible turn. It does happen. I have proof. So we're playing against Knights, and I played the wrong mana. You gotta watch the Radiant Fountain. Sometimes I forget that it's colorless, and I think it's black, so forgive me there. And you do gotta watch out for that when you play the deck. So we're just gonna pad our life total in case we take some hits. But turn 3, and we already have 11 power on the board. 8 of which we should be able to push through. And Knights is usually a fast deck. Knights is a deck that tries to get underneath your opponent, tries to get the quick, fast win, similar to mono red or blue white flyers, and we've just totally gotten underneath them. Now granted, they have 1-drops they could have played that would have prevented us from getting that turn 2 Angel, but they didn't have those 1-drops. Now they do, and they're absolutely huge. And fight as 1's great here, so we can even do blocking. We'll get in for 8. I mean, the game was pretty much over by the second turn. We've got chump blockers for days. Again, just padding out that life total in case we decide to just take damage and not even risk it. But with the fight as 1, we're going to do some blocking and really just pull right out of our opponent's wheelhouse here. So he could pump the Knight here, he could play down a couple more Knights, but none of it really does much, I don't think, outside of a board wipe. And Knights typically don't run board wipes. They want to keep their stuff on the board. They don't want to empty the board out. So he tries to get in. We're just going to chump everything. So we'll try to kill a veteran, and we'll just chump the other 2. I assume he has a combat trick somewhere up his sleeve here, but we have one of our own, so we'll let him play his out first. And if he doesn't play one, then we really have no need. Oh, Embercleave. He had a darn good hand for Knights. I mean, preferably they would have liked to have played an untapped land and played a 1-drop, but he had a great, amazing hand. And we got under it, so I hope this really demonstrates the power of the deck. Again, this isn't typical, this isn't something that happens all the time, but it does happen. And we even kill the Embercleave wielding guy, clear the board, and we finish him off. Alright, let's check out the next game, see if we can do anything that impressive again. And here we go against Bohrkopf. Good luck, opponent. So we're on the play again. We have a speaker again into a Charming Prince, and either a Luris if we need to get the speaker back, or an Othakaya to clear our way. So pretty good starting hand. Not as fast as the last game, but it should be pretty quick if we don't hit any sort of removal or interruption. There is a lot of recursion in the deck. That is to say, I plan on the speaker getting removed, among other things. And we have a ton of ways to get it back. We have Luris, obviously, of the Dream Den, who is almost exclusively in there as a lifelinker, but also to get our speaker back, and we can keep proccing our Silver Smotes or whatever with a recurring Charming Prince. But we also have Soren, the Orzhov Soren, I believe it's Vengeful Bloodlord, to get recursion back on our speaker, along with other things to get a Vito back if we need it. And the Revival of Revenge itself gets our speaker back, so we have a lot of ways to get it back. So we're up to 4 mana here. We're going to try to jump ahead to 24 life. Now, when to scry and when to gain life. If you have a speaker out early, I always go for life. If I need land draws or land drops or smooth out my draws, then I'll go with the scry. I don't want to necessarily lose the speaker here. I want to be able to proc it. So I don't want to risk it into a Brineborn or a flash creature. I don't think that's what they're playing. I think he's going to do a growth spiral. But there we go. Turn 3, 27. And we get our first 4/4 flyer out. There's the growth spiral. So it's not hard to hit that 27. When I first read this card, I thought, man, 27's a lot. But there's a lot of ways to quickly gain life in this meta right now. So our opponent seemingly doesn't have anything for us. I don't want to commit the Luris out, 'cause I'd hate to lose him. He's there to get our stuff back. So playing him into this situation isn't ideal. But Silver Smoke can start drawing us cards next turn. Or Chump Block if need be. We don't want to Night Pack Ambusher. So this is almost certainly... I guess it could be Simic Flash or Reclamation. I'm not 100%. But he makes his token. Now, I'm not 100% confident that he doesn't have something for us here. We'll go ahead and make an Angel. Looking back, I think probably wait till after combat, but I wasn't sure what he's holding here. So Spectral Sailor, the Chump Block. Well, that'll keep him alive for a turn. We'll see if he's playing counter magic. With any luck, we'll just put him away here. Okay, rewind. So he is playing counter magic, but again, unless he has a board wipe, this is pretty much game here. Again, outpacing another deck, 2 ambushers. Again, in normal circumstances, these would be incredible plays, but in this situation, it's... And we're gonna... Nope, he scoops. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, on to the next game against Master Wiz. Wise. Wiz would be the Z, I think. Okay, so here's a hand without a speaker. Really, this is probably a throwaway hand. I keep it because we do have the Black Lance. But we don't have a payoff. We have one piece of the Vito combo. Healer's Hawk. Fate's Fetters. So we're not drawing that great, but we are gaining a little bit of life and getting ahead. We'll see what our opponent is on. If it looks like mono white. So maybe Daxos will come down. Mono white Lifegain has destroyed me a few times. Again, in full. Okay, this is mono white enchantments. So again, another deck that runs a fast clock. We'll just get down Black Lance. He can't block here, but we can get a few ticks of damage in. keep our opponent from running up his life total too high. And now we can take out the healer's hawk, which is good for us. And we're still at 24, so even though he hit us with the hawk, we're keeping our life total high. And then next turn, we can face fetters something. Ginger Brute, okay. Into a Ginger Brute. So we can face fetters. We don't really have any plays, though, and this happens with this deck. Again, you'll have hands where you just don't have an ideal play, and all you can try to do is draw out of it. So again, we're just hoping to draw another piece of the combo here. Okay, we got our opponent to bite, so we're just gonna see if we can't get rid of a Ginger Brute here. And we do. Alright. So, mono white enchantments, I don't think plays much in way of removal. Okay, he's just going to get his Luris back now. Alright, and we got piece number 2 of the combo. So that was a pretty good draw. Again, it's iffy whether you keep these hands or not. Like I said, we did have one piece of the combo. Now we just have to hope they doesn't Conclave Tribunal get rid of one of our vetoes here or something along those lines. As he reads over Vito, so I think he is figuring out what's coming here. Luris for the opponent. And, okay, chooses not to bring anything back. Now we have combo mana here. So the combo will be going off next turn. Land on top. Hopefully it won't matter. Well, we'll need the card draw if we lose Vito. We're going to tie up the Luris here. Keep him from hitting us for more than one. You could always give pro white. Nope, he puts it on. Ping for 4 here. Now that doesn't, he can still activate the ability. I'm sorry, he can't activate abilities, but he can use the unactivated static ability of Luris to get stuff back. So keep that in mind too when using face fetters. Okay. So he can swing in for 4, I believe, if he has the, well, nope, that's all he has. So I'm not sure what mono white would have here to combat the combo, but it's time to do it. And opponent realizes what just happened. I don't think he can do anything here. I think that's it. So he should get hit for 7 and then hit for 24. Combo initiated and succeeded. Alright, let's look at one more. Okay, so you're chosen, I believe is what it is. We're on the play again. Once again, another Speaker of the Heavens game. So we'll get him out immediately. And our opponent. Okay, so he's probably banned. I'm thinking. At least he's showing white-blue island. Okay. So we're going to gain 4 here. Go up to 26, and then all we have to do is hit our opponent. He could have a flash creature here, But let's go for it. We have a Luris. We don't have the mana. I guess we could Revival. Okay, a bounce. Could be worse. And we'll just play him right back out. So a little loss of tempo there, but really didn't lose anything. So Healer's Hawk. So this might be still stuck on 2 lands. This might be Blue-White Flyers. So we'll trade with the opponent. Or no, we don't need to trade. Let's see if we still survive here. Counters the spell, so some adversity for us. We are at 27. Took some work. But we do have Luris mana now, so let's play Luris out. He could have another counter spell. Yep. So we got one more way of getting back our speaker. Opponent, well, we got 2 more ways now. Let's get Luris back, though. Because we can play Luris and get back speaker and have more of a board. Okay. And he plays out Brazen Bower, so he's going to ping us for 3. But we could possibly gain that right back with Luris. Could draw land and get it back with Face Fetters. So this is Blue-White Flyers, maybe a heavy counter spell version. I don't know. I think the deck would be better with just more flyers. I don't think you want all these counters, but I haven't played Blue-White Flyers, to be honest. Okay, so now we're at the 28 life, and we have flyers of our own. So again, this should demonstrate how we bounce back a little bit. And, you know, why Luris is in the deck, why Revival Revenge is in the deck. Bounces the token. So even though it looks like, you know, they got rid of our creature, they knocked us out tempo-wise, it didn't really hinder us all that much. Now, we can't block flyers right now. But eventually he's going to run out of Brazen Bowers. Maybe. Maybe he just has infinite Brazen Bowers. Okay, so let's Oathakaya here. Get rid of the Miscreant. And we'll try to Speaker again. If he has a counter. He has a Spectral Sailor, that's okay. Could have got in with Luris there, I guess, but really no point. I think we want to Face Fetters. As weird as it sounds, we want to put it on the Spectral Sailor to prevent him from drawing into more gas, but yeah. I think that's the play here. So otherwise he could draw cards if he's having a hard time finding stuff. We will try to get in with Luris now. And we're up to 36. And let's see if he bounces this token. Plays Brazen Bower. Now we only have 2 copies of Face Fetters, so they're both on the board. But we can kill anything he attacks with. So he keeps him at home. Oh, beautiful. We get a Vito, but I think we want Clackbridge Troll here. And now we have a card draw engine on the board. I doubt he wants to get hit with an 8/8. So we're going to gain life every turn, draw cards. Another Clackbridge Troll. We'll get in for 3 possibly. Oh, no. He uses the goat token. Up to 42 life. And we'll make another flyer. And at this point, I think the game's pretty well out of hand for him. So another example of how we win with the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe.